What is this lid or plate we found in the attic of an old house in France? It has this weird combination of numbers around the edge. And it's French because the couple in the picture is wearing traditional Breton costumes. But what's it for? Any ideas? It's for cutting cake. The numbers represent the number of slices. If you make a cut at each line with the number 7, you will have 7 slices. This is a copy of Faïence de Quimper from Brittany in France. Here is an example of an original piece. Yours is likely a copy made for tourists, as it says Bretagne on it. Here's a picture of mine. And yes, those are traditional Breton costumes. What is this rusty iron object with CSL stamp on it? My friend found this in a junk pile. It's around 10 by 8 inches and pretty rusted. We tried reverse image searching, but couldn't find anything close to resembling this. Any ideas? It's a wall-mounted shoe holder for polishing shoes, missing the adjustable piece, and made in the early 1900s. It's made of cast iron and was used to mount a shoe on it so it would be easier to shine and less mess on your hands. What is this thing I found in a hallway in the faculty offices of the hospital I work in? The imprint says, Detex Watch Clock Corporation of Chicago. It's almost in a corner, and obviously it's usually closed. Could it be a fire thing from yesteryear? Or was a clock connected? It also says Boston, Massachusetts, even though it says of Chicago. Any ideas? It's a 1920s night watchman's key station. This station used to hold a numbered key, and security guard would have a clockwork mechanism that he carried around the building. At each station, he would insert the key located there into his machine to prove he was there and at what time. What is this thing I found at a thrift store? Nobody knows what it is. The blue part appears to be ceramic and the Tong-like thing is metal. I can't think of what it would be used for. Any ideas? It's a mid-century toothpaste tube roller. You use it by putting the tube of toothpaste bottom first, then wrap the pin around the sealed end of the tube. You can turn it and toothpaste will come out the top. What is this thing hanging on the wall at my parents' house? It has a sand timer and 4 small cups. My parents are too old to remember. My dad is bedridden and dying with cancer. His mind isn't in the best place, and he couldn't remember what it was for. Any ideas? It's an egg cup set with a timer, made in Amsterdam in the 70s by the Delft Blue Pottery. The egg cups are hand-painted with traditional Delft blue design of the iconic windmill. This is for soft-boiled eggs. The timer will get you a perfectly soft egg that then goes in the cup. My dad and I buy foreclosed storage units. We have had this for 2 years. We've taken it to multiple experts and Google searches galore, but we still cannot figure out what this is. We sent emails to maritime schools and similar organizations, and none could enlighten us. It has no stand, but there is a handle that attaches to the top which seems to hang. We thought it was some sort of nautical device, but one of my father's good friends is a retired submarine commander, and even he didn't know what it was. We'd be really interested to know what this is or what it's used for. It's a vertical force magnetometer. Invented in 1946 by Edgar Sharp of Willowdale, Toronto, Canada, a mechanical instrument designer. By sensing disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field, magnetometers are able to pinpoint metallic ore deposits located deep underground. Sharp's first designs were not intended to be attached to aircraft, and after going public in 1961, would continue to develop innovative technologies for aerial surveying into the 21st century. My cousin is moving out of his house. We've never figured out what this little cabinet with a shelf is. Can anyone shed some light on this? Thank you in advance. That is a telephone cabinet and a spot for the phone book and notepad to take messages. Here's from the 1929 Sears catalog, initially promised to save time and annoyance by keeping the instrument and hanging cords off the floor and out of the way. I'm trying to figure out what the purpose is of this spoon, found at a local thrift store. When you squeeze the handle, the flat piece pushes over the spoon. I tried searching but must be missing a term to search for because I see nothing else quite like it, even in image search. It is tablespoon size, so definitely not for children. I thought perhaps force feeding those that cannot feed themselves, but it seems like it would be a quite messy way to do it. So kind of at a loss here. Please help. It's a cookie scoop. My grandma had one some 45 years ago. With a gentle squeeze of the handle, drop cookie dough onto your baking surface without the mess of handling the dough. These are also used for biscuits, candy, and dishing up pet food. We moved to a new apartment and found this on a kitchen wall. It's made of wood, a little smaller than my hand, and the marble moves up and falls into a slot about 1 inch up. We are very confused. Any ideas? It's for holding a dish towel. My brother made one of these in shop class in 1961. You slip in a dish towel, the marble slides up and falls, wedging the dish towel to keep it hanging. I found this with my grandmother's antique plateware and servingware. No manufacturer's brand, it has 656 stamped on the bottom. Approximately 6 inches round and 6 inches high with the lid on. What's confusing is the concave plate with the hole in it. What type of serving dish is this? It's a Victorian butter dish. These butter dishes were made to hold the traditional round shape of butter at the time and came with an ice chamber to keep the butter cold. What is this thing I found while raking out my grandfather's old barn? The barn was built in the 1800s, possibly made of brass, around 7 to 8 inches long by 2 inches when closed, and around 15 inches long when opened. I asked quite a few people around the area and did some image searches with no luck. Any idea what this might be? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.